Korean defamation rulings really aren't the gotcha people think they are. In South Korea, defamation law works differently. Someone can still be held liable, even if what they said is true, especially if it harms a person or company's reputation or isn't sufficiently backed by verified evidence. So right away, using a defamation ruling as proof of truth or falsehood is already shaky logic. Now let's look at what actually happened. This case involved Hybe, a massive conglomerate, suing a YouTuber for 300 million Korean wons over videos that repeated claims already circulating publicly. And what did the court decide? Hybe didn't get what they asked for, not even close. They were awarded 15 million Korean wons instead. That's a fraction of the original claim, which already tells you the situation isn't as one-sided as people are trying to make it seem. The court's reasoning was also very specific. The YouTuber was found liable because they uploaded content without properly verifying the information, and that content was considered defamatory toward both Hybe and Lit. That's it. Not some grand declaration that everything said was false. Not a definitive statement about the underlying claims. Just that the way the information was handled met the legal standard for defamation. And here's the part people conveniently ignore. This ruling came on February 10th, 2026, before Min Hee-jin won her cases against Hybe regarding the shareholder agreement and put option disputes on February 12th. 2 days later, the entire landscape shifted. The court findings in that case added major context, especially regarding how Belif Lab handled planning materials related to Nugent's. So trying to use the February 10th defamation ruling as some kind of ultimate proof now, it doesn't really hold up, because this lawsuit was never about determining whether the claims themselves were true or false. It was about whether the YouTuber's actions posting and verified and reputation damaging content legally qualified as defamation. But sure, if people want to ignore how Korean law works and ignore the timeline, they can keep forcing conclusions that the ruling never actually made. It's actually kind of funny how this is being pushed now, as if the timing doesn't matter at all. The ruling they're talking about happened on February 10th before Min Hee-jin won her case against Hybe on February 12th. But sure, let's just casually ignore that tiny detail and act like nothing changed right after, because obviously context is optional now. And then there's the choreography argument, which people keep throwing around like it's some kind of legal smoking gun. It really isn't. In most cases, choreography, especially short, simple movements, isn't strongly protected under copyright law. You can't just point at a few similar moves and call it definitive proof of copying. That's not how it works legally. So what we're left with is this: an older ruling being circulated after a much more significant court decision, combined with arguments that don't even hold much legal weight to begin with. But yeah, totally not suspicious timing at all.